Hi guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Today's video, we are in my kitchen because we're gonna be filming a meal prep with me video. I have not done one of these in so long, even though I still do meal prep. It's just kind of like, I feel like my recipes aren't that revolutionary. I haven't filmed one of these in so long. If you guys haven't seen my last one, I'll leave it linked down below and in a card up here so that you guys can go check it out. But it got so many views. You guys really seem to enjoy it. So that's why I'm gonna film another one for you guys today. We have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'm gonna do 4 for each of them just because I know myself and I'm not gonna eat them every single day. I like fresh meals. Sometimes I crave that. We have some new exciting things, and actually all of the recipes in this video are vegan. I really wanted to do that for you guys because I know a ton of you who watch me don't eat meat or dairy or anything like that. And even though I do, it'll be nice to have some vegan meals in my fridge. Before I forget, if you guys are new here, do not forget to subscribe. It would mean a lot to me because I'm uploading so much more on this channel, and I would love if you guys would stick around. And if you guys do subscribe, make sure to turn on the notification bell so that way you guys get a notification every time that I upload. Also, thumbs up this video because it really helps out with YouTube's algorithm and helps get my videos out there, and I would greatly appreciate it. Okay, we are going to get into it. I have my coffee, I'm ready to go. Okay, so the first recipe we're gonna be making is breakfast, and for this we're gonna do something in the fall spirit, which is apple pie overnight oats. I'm really excited about this. I've never made it before, but I've made overnight oats before, so I'm assuming that I will be able to do this. Look at who's trying to talk to me. Little Coco. But this is kind of like a 2-part recipe. So the first thing I'm gonna do, instead of putting individual sized things in mason jars right now, I'm gonna put all of the oats into this little bowl right here. It's just easier like in a big bowl, and then once they're all done, I can scoop them into mason jars. I just figured that will make things easier, and it'll be less in my fridge right now because I have a lot of fresh produce in there taking up a lot of space. We need this almond milk, which I got a new brand. I just thought that this one looks really cute, to be honest. The recipe calls for maple syrup, but I thought that I would use the coconut nectar, which is kind of like a coconut aminos maple syrup. This is what I use when I have pancakes and stuff, so I figured this would be a good substitute. And then you also need some cinnamon and vanilla extract. You also are supposed to add chia seeds into this, but for some reason I cannot find my chia seeds anywhere in my kitchen. So I apologize that there are no chia seeds in this, but I'm gonna combine all those things I just said to you guys into this big bowl. Okay, the last thing I did off camera was add a pinch of salt to this bowl. I also took out my whisk because I felt like it was more efficient using a whisk to mix everything together. And now that everything is mixed, I'm just gonna cover this with some tin foil, and you're gonna leave this in your fridge for preferably overnight, but if you're like me and you're making it in the morning, like 5 or 6 hours, and it'll be good to go. Okay, so now we have to make the apple compote to top off our overnight oats with. So I have 3 freshly washed apples here, and I'm going to get started peeling all of them. Officially cut up all 3 of the apples. It took forever. This recipe actually calls for 1 apple per serving, but I just feel like Honeycrisp apples are so big, so that's why I only did 3. So I'm melting down some of the maple syrup, or I'm using coconut nectar, and then also a little bit of vegan butter, and I'm just keeping it on a really low heat, and I'm gonna go ahead and add all of the apples into this saucepan and mix everything together. just a few minutes later, as you guys can see, everything is definitely getting a lot thicker. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. I cannot wait to eat this and try it. But for now, I'm just gonna transfer this into this nice purple bowl here and add it into the fridge while we wait for the oats to be done. All right, so it's a lot later in the day. I'm actually in the process, you guys can see it right here. This is probably gonna confuse all of you guys, but I'm in the process of making dinner for this video, but I wanted to revisit breakfast first and show you guys. So it's been about, I would say like 4.5 hours or so since I put these in the fridge, and they're definitely thickening up. They're not like at the perfect consistency yet, but I like them enough the way that they are that I feel like I can put them into little mason jars now. The apples looking just as good as they did this morning over there. So I'm gonna start putting all of these into mason jars. Okay guys, so this is how breakfast ended up turning out. It looks amazing and it smells so good. I swear I've never actually been excited to wake up in the morning until right now, because I cannot wait to eat this. Literally, it tastes so good. I did have a spoonful of it and tried it for myself. I'll have it all in the description box down below. I'm gonna put these in the fridge now, and breakfast is officially all prepped and ready for the next 4 days. And I'm so excited about it because it's gonna make the mornings so much easier for me. And what's nice about these too is that you can take them to go with you if you really wanted to, or like to work. Whatever your schedule needs, these are good because they can be at home or on the go. So we're now going to move on to lunch, which is super simple. The reason why I really wanted to share this recipe with you guys is because it just takes one pan. It is such a simple thing to make. It is straight to the point, easy. You don't have to use too many dishes, and it can last you for a long time in the fridge. I've been making this so much. I know I've shared it before on my YouTube channel, but I wanted to have it in a meal prep video because I do meal prep this a lot, and like I said, it's just so simple. I'm actually going to eat it today for lunch, so I'm super excited because I'm hungry, so this is like motivating me. All right, so essentially it's a veggie wrap, but the veggies that you put in make it. I swear, they are so good together. So we have some baby mushrooms right here. We're gonna cut everything up on a cutting board. I have 2 of everything else. So 2 onions, 2 zucchinis, 2 squash, 2 peppers, and then you get to choose, obviously, what wrap you want to use. I'm going to use these ones that I just recently got. They're low in carb, 80 calories, and these are the sourdough flavor. And then the rest of the veggies, once they all cook, I'm going to leave them in a container in the fridge. That way I can just scoop them into a wrap whenever I want one. First thing I'm going to do is cut all of these into small little pieces, so that way I can put them on a pan. Okay, so I filmed the whole thing of me cutting everything up, and it took me literally exactly 20 minutes, and I'm pretty slow. So this is literally the easiest recipe ever, you guys. Now, as you can see, I have a huge pan here with a ton of veggies on it. This is gonna fill up a pan, so you really need to make sure that you're using a big one. I'm just grabbing one of these little spoons, and I'm gonna try my best to mix everything. By the way, you guys, I have the oven preheated to 400 degrees. You can do a little bit more than this depending on how much time you have. I honestly have all day, so I'm gonna let them, you know, cook nice and slow. Guys, if you don't have one of these things, I don't even know what this is called, to like put your olive oil out, you need one because it is a game changer. It makes it so easy to like direct where you want it to go. So you can just go ahead and mix everything together. The zucchini and the squash are water-based, so they don't really need any olive oil, but the onions and the peppers definitely need some. Okay, our seasoning section is a mess. Kind of just deciding as I go here, but I'm definitely gonna use some onion powder. I wanna use, sorry, it's like so weirdly focused, some garlic powder. So instead of salt, I'm gonna use a little bit of this adobo. This is the spicy hot one, so good. And then lastly, I'm gonna use a little bit of black pepper. Okay, so now that everything is seasoned, we just have to put it in the oven. You can keep it in for like 40 minutes or so, but if you want to periodically throw out, if you have as many as me and they need like stirring or like moving around a little bit, check on them in about 20 minutes, see how they're doing, and then put them back in for another 20 minutes. Okay, hello you guys. While the veggies were in the oven, I took a shower and I also turned on the dishwasher, so I apologize if you can hear that. It's like really loud right now. I also have a huge pimple. I literally never get pimples like this, or they're like super bright red, but I have a huge one on my chin. So let's ignore that. I don't feel like putting on more concealer. They are done. I am so excited because I'm actually really hungry right now. They are steaming, as you guys can see, but this is what they end up looking like. Okay, so I have everything in the bowl now, and this is what I normally just prep, put in the fridge, that's it. But since I'm gonna be having one of these for lunch, and I wanna show you guys obviously what the actual wrap looks like and consists of, I'm gonna make one right now and show you guys how it goes. I'm telling you guys, this is literally the best combo of veggies. Everything will just melt in your mouth. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is spread some of my favorite hummus on. This one's from Wegmans, but it has chickpeas, sesame seeds, and roasted garlic. So it's kind of like a garlicky hummus, and I'm gonna spread some of that all over the wrap. After I put the veggies on, I'm gonna top it off with some crushed red pepper to give it a little bit of spice. I like a lot. You guys could totally stop it right here, wrap it up, finish it, but you guys know me, I need to add a little bit extra spice, so I'm using some of this Frank's extra hot sauce. Tried to move away from the dishwashers, that way I could talk to you guys, but this is what the finished lunch looks like. It's not the most appealing thing in the world. It definitely, you know, doesn't look that pretty, but it tastes so good. I'm so excited to eat this right now. My mom actually gave me the recipe, so shout out to her. And then I'm just gonna cover the rest of this, put it in the fridge, and it probably gives you about 6 or 7 servings, which is awesome. So you can have these all the time throughout the week, take them to work with you. Okay guys, so we're about to make dinner right now, and we're gonna do a little veggie bowl with rice, and then I'm also gonna add one of these veggie burgers on top of each of them. So I'm gonna make 4 in total. These are the 2 brands that I picked up, so I'm gonna do 2 of each because I believe that there's 4 in each of these packets. I've had these ones before, the crunch quinoa burgers. These are amazing, so good, and they're actually really filling. I've never had this kind before, but this is the Dr. Prager's California veggie burgers. So I'm gonna put 4 of these on the pan and put those in the oven right away. So these are the veggie burgers over here. I'm a little bit worried because they are green, but I think they're gonna taste okay because I looked at the ingredients and I like everything in them, so cross my fingers. And then another thing that I prepped over here is a ton of broccoli. You guys know I love my roasted broccoli. Like, you put it in the oven, all you do, it's really simple, that's why I didn't show it. You just cut up the broccoli into small pieces, put it in the oven at around 450 for like 35 to 40 minutes. And you also add olive oil and massage it all in. You can season it with salt and pepper if you want to, and just put it in the oven for about 45 minutes, let it get super crispy, like almost the edges burnt. And that is how I make my roasted broccoli, which I'm gonna add into the bowl. So I feel weird if I don't show my face at all when I'm cooking, and someone commented on that in one of my recent videos, and I was like, I know, I feel really weird when I do that too. I just like sometimes don't notice. I'm just like in the zone cooking that I forget to like actually talk to you guys with my face showing. So the broccoli and the veggie burgers are in the oven. The veggie burgers probably have about 7 more minutes, or maybe a little bit longer than that if I want them to be extra crispy. But while the veggie burgers are cooking in the oven, I'm gonna start making the rice. So I wanted to show you guys, this is the rice that I use. I've shown it before on my channel, but just in case some of you guys are new, I know I've been getting quite a few new subscribers recently, so thank you so much to all of you guys. But yeah, this rice is the rice that I use. The California white basmati rice is the best. I think I'm just gonna make a cupful for the 4 servings that I'm gonna do, because that's what it says on the back, and I feel like that'll be enough. I don't want to like overload on rice, so I don't know if this is gonna be interesting, but I'll show you guys how I make my rice. So I turn it on to a really low heat, and right away I'll add all of the rice in. So while the rice and the heat is still on in the pan, you add in a little bit of butter. So I used the vegan butter, and then I also add in some garlic, which I like a lot of garlic, so I add a ton in, and I let this all melt until the rice gets a little bit brown around the edges. Okay, so I just added the water into the pot, or maybe like a couple minutes ago, and now that it's boiling, right when it starts to boil, you guys, so you turn it up to a high heat when you add the water in, you let it boil, and then you bring it down to a low heat, like as low as it can possibly go. Give it one final stir to make sure nothing's sticking. Sorry for the steam. And then you add the lid on, and you don't touch it. Just leave it as is. This one's boiling a little bit more than usual, so I might have to like take the lid off for a second. But normally I just don't touch it. Let it go as is. It'll cook in probably about like, I don't know, 15 minutes or so, and then it will be all done. I used to always like stir my rice all the time and like check on it and be like, is it done yet? Is it done yet? Is it done yet? But you have to just let it be, let it simmer, do its thing, and trust me, it'll taste so much better and the consistency will be perfect. Last thing that I made for this recipe is some corn. It was really easy because it was frozen, so all you really have to do is just put it on the pan with a little bit of butter for like 10 minutes and it's all done. I'm gonna put it over here, and as you can see, we have everything laid out. So there's the broccoli, the veggie burgers, the corn. I'm gonna put some salsa. You guys know by now, this is my absolute favorite salsa, the Screamin' Hot salsa. It's so good, so I'm gonna add a little bit of that in. And then lastly, over here, we have the cooked rice. As you saw, I just finished plating everything. Here's what they look like. So I really like it because it's super colorful and it's like everything that I like inside of a bowl. Plus I just feel so organized and like good about myself now that I'm done meal prepping everything. You guys have no idea. It's like the best feeling going to sleep at night right after you meal prepped everything, because you just know the next day is gonna be so easy. Let me know what you guys would add to these bowls if you were making them yourself. I'm really curious. It just looks so good. It makes me so happy when I look at this. Guys, I forgot to film an outro again for my video, so here I am the next day coming on to say this is the end of the video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it and got some new inspiration from it. Let me know if you guys make any of these recipes, and also comment down below some of your favorite meal prep recipes, because I'm always looking for new things. I swear I'm like picky when it comes to meal preps. It's like hard for me to find new things, so leave your favorites down below. Also, if you guys aren't subscribed yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications. I have so many awesome videos coming for September. I like planned out everything and I am so excited, so I can't wait for you guys to see all of those. I just have like so much new like passion for my content, and I'm just like so excited to make new content every day, so hope you guys are as excited as I am. Yeah, I guess that's everything. Follow me on Instagram, all that good stuff, and I will see you guys in my next video very soon. Bye.